Hello, I'm Troy Parker, President of Innovative Labor and Cleaning, and this is another Mental Health Monday. I've got another quote for you. Before worrying about how to get more money, try thinking how you can do a better job, and you may not need to worry. Now, this is something I'd like to tell a lot of my employees. You constantly see people trying to figure out, I need a raise, I need to get more money out of this job. But you never hear them say, I need to think about how I could do a better job. This just goes over people's head. One thing that I try to instill in all of my employees, and I learned this from Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, is doing more than what you're paid for. Sometimes we'll go to a job and a person might say, hey, I want the floor scrubbed and waxed, and put 3 coats of wax. And when we get done, we put the wax down and the floor is looking good, and I'll say, put another coat, put a 4th coat down. And they'll say, why? He only wants 3. And I'm like, it'll make it look better. One thing my father always taught me was do more than you're asked for. Pretty much the same thing Napoleon Hill said, but when my dad said it, I was young, and I'm like, why the heck would I want to do that? That's just more work for me. I'd have to put a whole nother coat of wax. Now that I'm older, I see the logic in it. So I tell my employees that, hey, if you can do a little something extra, maybe instead of just cleaning the front glass on the office, also pick up any trash you see outside in front of the building. It might not be our job, but somebody may see you doing that extra service and say, hey, these people are very conscientious. Or it could just be sweeping up an area. A lot of times in construction sites, you'll find where they've put carpet down, but maybe they haven't cleaned the hallway leading into the various apartments. Take the time to sweep the hall. Most of the time, these little things may take maybe 5 to 15 minutes, but the effect that they'll have on your customers or your employer. So if you're out there and you're wanting more money, maybe think about that more money could come to you just where you are by doing better at the job you have now. Maybe if you're in customer service, are you answering really as many calls as you can? And I'm not saying kill yourself, but you know how people are. People get on the job, you make a call, then you accidentally hang up on a couple people, like, okay, I don't want to talk with them. And then you talk a little bit to your coworker. Are you really giving your employer their money's worth? And if you did, who knows what that employer might do? Many times, and we all do this, myself included, we start looking on the other side of the fence. The grass is always greener over there. We always think, what, I need to quit here. They're never going to pay me what I'm really worth, even though you know in your head that, I get paid for 8 hours, but I probably put in maybe 5 hours worth of work. We always think it's the employer's fault. Or in a relationship, we'll think, well, it's the husband's fault or it's the wife's fault. We never stop to say, well, you know what? What if I help? My wife gets home a little late on Wednesday night. What if I started dinner? Or what if I did the laundry? Even in relationships, you can still do more to help other people putting in extra effort. Maybe help clean up the house. A lot of times, I've heard guys say this, I don't clean up the house. I'll let my wife do that. But sometimes, she's working, driving the kids around, you say, okay, I tell you what, I'm gonna vacuum today. I'm gonna dust today. Just think of the effect that it might have in your job. The same thing. Whenever you go that extra mile, believe me, it's going to be noticed. Maybe not the first time, but you make it a habit, just like you've made the habit of not going that extra mile. Soon, it'll be something you do every day. And if you do something every day, someone's bound to notice. Now say your employer never notices, but then somebody happened to visit the office, and I've seen this happen because I've had it happen to guys on construction sites where we do work. Well, the person they were working for never really said anything, but another subcontractor saw them working, told their boss, and they came and offered them a job. So you never know where the blessing's gonna come from. So keep in mind, instead of trying to figure out how you can get more money without doing any more, how about doing the reverse? Do a little more and watch and see more money will come to you. I hope this video has helped you, and as always, remember, it's up to you to make your life matter.